Hey there, my beautiful Aries. Happy July. I hope you're all well, happy, healthy, wealthy, and abundant. Oh, today we're going to take a look at July, see if there's anything you need to be aware of or anything to look out for. I want to thank you as always for showing up for me. You guys are amazing. If you'd like to continue to see the mid-months, as always, just make sure to watch, share, comment. The most engaged videos will be the ones that I read for. So let's begin and see. Hopefully y'all guys have an amazing July. But let's see what your overall energy is. Time and Tide. Sometimes the colors on the cards make the words impossible to read. Okay, so it says oceanic spells and rituals. The girl in this card is drawing a heart in the sand. So I know for me, the ocean is my love. Like, I love the ocean more than most things in life, right? But something about the rhythmic motion of the waves, the sounds, the smells, nostalgia. That's kind of what this gives me. Is maybe you need to sit by a body of water, ocean, to help to like get yourself back into that nature flow. Because I know if I ever need to clear my mind, that's where I go. It has a way of just healing me. If you don't have access to an ocean or water, maybe go to a park where they have a pond, or go into nature, forest, something that is quiet, but it's natural. It's not full of electricity and currents and distractions, that type of thing. But let's get some tarot and see exactly what's going on. Because I know I just had a quick little vacay to the ocean and it wasn't long enough. One day I'm going to go and somebody's going to either have to drag me or I'm going to like pop a tent and live there. I love it so much. It's my happy place. If you don't like the shuffling or the dealing of the cards, you can always just fast forward a little bit. Most of the time I don't say much until after I get them all out there, so. Okay. So at the heart of your reading is the Two of Swords. And what surrounds it is very clearly a really good energy. Let's just start with the past. I see movement in a connection of yours. Somebody that may have not given you the full extent of themselves. Maybe their heart was closed. Maybe they held back an offer from you. Maybe they just kind of breadcrumbed you, gave you the bare minimum to keep you hooked. I see a lot of movement away from that energy. So let's say you have a person that at one time was very closed-hearted, didn't know how to really verbalize how they felt. I do see a big change happening in their energy. In the current moment, the Two of Swords is, like I said, at the heart of this reading, which means either you're not wanting to see the change, or you're blocking this person in some sense, or you just had enough and you don't believe it. Maybe it's gone on so long that part of you is like, I see change, not only with me, but with them. I'm a lot happier. I'm more secure in myself. It taught me something. Um, but it's like, to me, it gives me like a victim mindset. I'm going to be honest with you. And I'm not saying y'all are playing the victim or anything like that on purpose, or it's, to me, it seems like everything's great and good, but you're like, no, it's not great and good because of XYZ that happened in the past, right? It's like holding on to what didn't go right instead of focusing on what is going right. Because I see whatever happened has taught you a shitload of loving yourself, a shitload of boundaries. It's giving you a lot of reason to celebrate, because I feel like in the past, all you wished for was this person to open up and to change and to grow. And even now, you doubt it. And it's like, I see a little bit, but I'm going to give it time. I don't want to get too happy too fast, right? In the near future, I see a shitload of healing on, I'd say, both ends. A lot of healing, because I've got Temperance and the Star right next to each other, and that's very powerful, like spiritual help. I think with this healing, you could be put into a place of being seen, heard. Maybe your story, your experiences can be shared with others. It, whatever it is that you've learned, once you heal the part of yourself that you're not really looking at in the current moment, it's going to make you a very abundant person. I'm not going to, gender's not specific, so I'm not really going into male, female, or anything like that, but you will be very abundant. Queen of Pentacles, with this healing, brings this presence to you. Because you got to think of it as, the more that you work for the good in your life, the more you focus on the good in your life, the more that the angels are supporting you. So when you speak, you've got the whole spirit team backing you up. So you may say 4 words, but you're speaking from a resonance of your spirit team, right? So people feel your intensity. Even if you're not being intense, they can feel your strength, they can feel your healing, they can feel all of these things through your voice. And so I think it's gonna propel you forward to something pretty abundant. Now, I'm gonna get a couple clarifiers for each and see exactly there's any other information. It's just basically like, maybe because these 2 of Swords are like in this picture surrounding the heart space, and it's kind of like, yes, what you're going through right now is happy. You see the changes, but you're like, I'm not really gonna remove the swords from around my heart yet, because if I open up, that 3rd sword will get stuck in and we'll go through it again, you know. So it's like, almost, to me, this 2 of Swords is almost protective, but it's also keeping you from feeling the goodness that's actually happening. So be careful of that. It does cause a blockage. Okay. So yeah, this person in the past was sneaky. This person left you feeling like you were at a loss. You invested a lot into these things, right? You could have cut this person off. You could have like spoken your truth and said, hey, I'm not going to deal with this sneaky ass shit. If you're not going to add to my life, you need to go. Or I'm going to go. One of the two. Like, make a choice, do something better, right? Either that, or it had been happening for a while and you had this wake up moment like, nah, I'm not doing this anymore, I'm out. Either way, it created a change in the other person. Some people need boundaries. Some people need somebody to tell them about their shit instead of constantly just doing what they say and acting like everything's okay. Because honestly, people live in their own realities, and until you shake their reality a little bit, give them something to think about, you don't really, how did this card get in here? I hate it when I've got like random cards and random decks. Sorry. Hold on. Anyway, the card that came out was the Ten of Wands. So it did feel very heavy to you. Sorry. That's so weird. I don't know how that happened. I'm sure there's more, but okay. I'm gonna stop doing that. Either way, right? Um, what I'm seeing now is this person is recognizing their faults. They recognize that, yes, their heart was closed. Yes, they were very cold and detached. Yes, they caused a heavy burden to basically everybody and anybody that they interacted with. And it looks like they've laid that down. They're trying their best to be a better version of themselves for you, but in general too, because they recognize the heavy burdens they've created in their life because of their behaviors, because they were, not really in the greatest heart space, head space. And they're recognizing it. They're taking accountability, but I still think you're kind of on the fence as far as like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's true. I don't know. Okay. So this person is showing up as an emperor now. But because of what you've went through, I see a lot of fear being surfaced. Like when you look at this person, you don't necessarily see that they're the emperor. You don't see that, like, this is future energy. You battle with that. So spirit's like, that's where the healing comes in, right? You need to look at things from a different perspective. Sometimes people don't know how to look at, because you can get an impartial party to listen to, let's say, a couple's fight, and they'll notice things that neither one of the two people notice. And the reason why they do that is because they're looking at both sides. They don't have that personal interjection. So with the hangman, it's basically like stepping back, like you're an impartial viewer of the situation. And I know it's hard. That's one of those hard things. But in order to gain perspective, sometimes we have to look at both sides. Yeah, the behavior sucks. Yeah, it hurts. Yeah, all of these things. But if it's not something that's killing you or, having a detrimental effect on your current moment, if it's just in the past, that's all it is. It's past energy. Trying to understand why this person did the things that they did from an unconditional love space, like trying to understand maybe why they had trauma, maybe why they reacted in certain ways, maybe why they self-sabotage things, or having compassion and empathy for the person that you love is very important in relationships, because it's not just about you, it's about both of you. So to me, this is like taking that time to really getting that outside perspective change of, okay, they're human. What if I was looking at the situation as a friend? What would I advise my friends to do? What would I advise, like look at it from that space, and it will help to ease the tension and the conflict within your mind. Um, so anyways, it looks really good. The only thing is that mind of yours is like playing tricks on you, and it's okay, and the ego, the mind is there as a protective mechanism, right? But sometimes it goes in overdrive and it makes us fear everything, and we've got to learn to just trust our own instinct and guidance. So I'm gonna look into business and finance real quick, and then I'll get a couple love cards to close it out. Okay, you guys could be really good at writing, drawing, tattoos, something creative, something that expresses yourself. And that could be what the star card is about, something you do is an expression of how you feel, who you are. Maybe writing is a good tool to, maybe that, like, you might be able to sell a book, or you might be able to get a job in somewhere where you can blog, or maybe doing blogs on the side, because there's an offer here on the table for you. And it could have to do with expression, speaking, writing, something that you do creatively, that could lead to like a very prosperous life, like with the gold and the gold fork and knife. Maybe you're a cook, you know, maybe you're creating a dish or something like that that you could sell to the masses. Who knows? Either way, something is coming up. You're going to receive some kind of offer about your creative expressions, or like, let's say you've written a book and you send it out to a bunch of people to be reviewed, and you get back an offer, or they want to buy it for X amount of dollars, something like that. So something to look forward to. And if you haven't done that already, make sure to start expressing yourself, getting those feelings and emotions out in a very positive way. Okay. So for love, we've got the future, finding a long-term harmonious relationship coming soon. Commit. To me, this is like, if you're going to commit to this, it's going to be prosperous, but you're going to have to commit, and committing means like, I'm in it through the good, the bad, the ugly. We're going to find a way. We're going to compromise. I'm going to see the good in you. You're going to see the good in me. We're going to figure it out. And then I've got strong bond, a building a foundation of trust, faithful, and friends first. So maybe you just need to get back into seeing them like that, like you did when you originally started dating them, like when you were friends, before life got in the way, before you started to judge the things that they did because it hurt you, or something like that. Maybe take it back to that friendship part, like remember why you were friends, remember why you trusted them, remember why you dated them, that type of thing. Either way, the future looks really good for your relationships. You just got to kind of get out your own way. But I love you guys. I hope it resonated. If it did, leave me a comment. And hopefully I'll see you in the mid-months. I love you guys.